dobjahe vachan patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo.
Oh my god, what's this? Okay, D sharp. I just want to sing a little bit. So I'll use this too. अभी लाइव नहीं जाऊंगा जब चालू करूँ ना तो बोलूँ आपको Take this mic, maybe put it there. She can sing. Thank you. Okay. Do you want to grab the mic so you can sing? No. Why not? Somebody can sing. Somebody has to sing chorus with me today. More people, right? Yeah. Huh? That's okay. You see, you have mic also. So he catches. Be careful. Behind you. And instead of having the two mics here, maybe one mic can go in the back there, Prabhu. These two mics, one can go next to that pillar, so we pick up the whole room.
This too.
This is for the ambience, right?
This is for there.
Yes.
This is for men here.
Yeah, but nobody hardly. So many Matajis sit over there. Nobody. We can't pick them up. Why don't we put?
There is another mic there. You see?
Where? Oh. Yeah.
But I must change it.
Wow. This is magic. So maybe put it closer. Okay. First of all. So we have definitely one more singer with me. So Ruth, you can sit here.
You can take
Here comes the flute.
Here, huh?
The flute comes here.
The flute, I would rather have, the flute needs, the mic, where's the flutist?
Maybe not.
How are you, bro?
Yeah, good.
Oh, good to see you. Long time no see. Okay, and in none of the mics, no special effects. So no reverb, no feedback. Yeah.
I never give
Yeah,
it
good.
effects. Only when they ask us.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Where's this cover? इसका cover कहाँ गया? Cover नहीं है? Okay, हाँ कुछ लगाना है इसके ऊपर कुछ कपड़ा है क्या? थोड़ा सॉफ्ट हो जाता है सामने का भारी पड़ता है Hare Krishna. Also, yeah, I'm fine. This is perfectly fine. Could you just turn down the bass on my voice? Just turn down the bass a little bit more. You see? That's too much bass. First of all, turn down the volume, the master volume of everything. Yeah. Okay, now. Om Namo. It's still a bit round. I want it less round, a little bit more sharper. I already have too much bass in my voice. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Om. That's better, a bit brighter, yeah. And turn down the volume also a little bit more. Master volume, that's better because I'll come closer. Om Namo. That's better, a little bit more sharper, brighter. Just turn down the bass. I think the sharp is okay. It's just the bass is still fully. Om Namo. So turn up the sharpness a little bit. Yeah? Turn down the bass a little bit more.
Down?
Yeah, down. Om Namo. That's better. Om Namo Bhagavate. Yes. See, they say in mic you should be able to hear the breath clear. It should not be like that, right? So, Om Namo Bhagavate. You see the A? You hear it nicely? Vasudeva. That's better. Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti
Vedanta Swami Nitya Namine. Today let's just start as we usually start in the temple and then see where it goes, yeah? Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale. Come closer. Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitya Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve. Not too loud. Gauravani Pracharine. As people come more and more, then you can slowly increase the volume, okay? Yeah? Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Prabhupada Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Namo Vishnu Padaya. And also when you pronounce, don't be very aware of how you pronounce something, right? It's not muggled up. Namo Vishnu Padaya. Is it? Krishna Vishaya. Huh? When you pronounce something with intention, Nama Om Vishnu Pada, it makes it brighter. It makes it, it's an intention. So every word is beautiful, right? Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitya Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitya Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda That's why I sing, you know. Where all philosophy finishes, the song begins. My Guruji used to say, where all philosophy finishes, music begins. Huh? I often say, I mean it when I say this, I don't know a thing about Krishna. Don't get me mixed up. But one thing I know, we feel a certain amount of joy and peace when we sit together. You know, we're just happy. This is beautiful. I haven't seen Prabhuji for so long, he's here. This is what we live for. If we can understand this, then perhaps maybe one day we can understand what's beyond the clouds. Huh? Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Radha Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivashadi Gaura Bhakta Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Oh Shri Advaita
Gadadhara Shrivashadi
Oh Vrinda Oh Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We can't sing this melody after this melody follows automatically. This is just setting the scene so our voices become one, our spirits become one. So be here, my dear brothers and sisters. No one has ever seen tomorrow. Tomorrow never came. And that's why we say, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, oh, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
oh,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
oh, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
oh,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chant, my brothers. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this was a sound test. You all did very well. So as we know, we grew up with different expressions of singing. We grew up with these melodies. Now let's go venture off into a little different part. So as you know, in India there are different genres. For instance, my father, he sings Bengali folk. So we did that on Friday. Saturday we did a little mix. I sing, they say, North Indian semi-classical. So for those who know a little bit about classical music, semi-classical is not quite classical. We're the dropouts. So my brother sings pure classical. And I often joke, semi-classical is like a dentist who couldn't become a doctor. He's studying medicine, but at some point he quit. But they like to wear the white coat and really like to pretend like they're a doctor, but they're not really. They just deal with teeth, but it's important nevertheless. So by the purist, we're the dropouts. But then again, it depends where the scale is, because what was like classical 50 years ago is now classical. The shift is always shifting, because what the standard of pure classical was before now has slid a bit more. So this melody is very... How many of you have been to Punjab, a state in India? Anybody been to Punjab, Chandigarh? Okay. So there are different kind of folk music in India, if you know, Bengali folk from Bengal, Rajasthan, Gujarat, UP. So this is a very Punjabi, beautiful. Most of the Punjabi folk melodies is based on Bhairavi, which is this particular scale. And the mood of this is, because in Punjab, the farmers, right, a lot of farmers, they grow sugar cane. The mood of this melody is gratitude. So I want you to really focus on that. What does it mean to be grateful for what you have? As we speak, there's, as we know, not to be reminded, but a war-torn country. Our sisters far, far away in Iran are fighting for the bare necessities of freedom. It's unbelievable to think in the 21st century we're still dealing with these issues. That we haven't come far away to know that our brothers and sisters stand neck and neck in front of the Supreme Lord. So I want you to focus, really focus. You might not have anything. You might be carrying 4 credit cards which are completely maxed. You might look at your bank account and it's 0.01 cent. But I want you to focus on something that you're grateful about. Could be a good health, could be a loving family, could be beautiful children, could be a community, whatever it is, and try to build upon the points of how many things they are in your life to be grateful for. Because this melody is all about gratitude. The farmers are grateful for the rains to come. They're grateful for whatever the earth produces. This is how this folk melody came about, out of gratitude. And perhaps somewhere far away in Punjab, a farmer sings. Hare Krišna, Hare Krishna. My dear Krishna, I'm happy with a little bit. Everything comes from you. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. Everything emanates from you. Whatever you give me, I'm happy with a little bit. Like Tulsidas says, a great devotee of Lord Ram, he says, Ram naam japte raho, Ram naam japte raho. Keep singing Ram and Ram. Jab tak ghat mein pran. Until this body is holding the soul. Recite. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. राम नाम रटते रहो जब तक घट में प्राण कभी तो दीन दयाल के भनक पड़ेगी कान. Maybe one day you'll be so lucky, so fortunate that perhaps you might get the attention of Sri Ram because you've been chanting Ram for such a long time. Maybe one day he might turn his attention to you. You never know when that day would come. But in order to recite Ram, Ram all the time, you have to have a mood of Jahe vidhi rakhe Ram, tahe vidhi rahi. Whichever way Lord Ram maintains you, be happy, be peaceful, be satisfied, be grateful. So on that note, great gratitude. Perhaps somewhere far, far away across the 7 oceans and mountains, a farmer sings. Hare Krišna, Hare Krišna. With the little, I'm happy with the little. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. It's Phrygian from D sharp. You don't know the scale Phrygian? Okay. So if you study Western classical, there are 7 modes. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Mixolydian. So it's the 3rd scale, but usually Phrygian is from E to E, but of course I'm singing from D sharp. Sorry, that was my... And in Indian classical, this rag is called Bhairavi. It is said, the story says that this rag was made by Durga herself in glorification of Shiva. When Lord Shiva was sitting deep in meditation, she had the desire to have an exchange with Shiva, but Shiva was already in deep meditation. So very sweetly singing Bhairavi, she invoked Shiva. Be careful. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, if you could pass the harmonium to Prabhu, Ojasvi Prabhu, give him the harmonium. So I want you to just find the scale and then play with me. It's D sharp. Takes time, be here with us. We're gonna get there. The train is running a little late, but this is a super fast train. You will get where you want to get. And in order for this train to move, yeah, D sharp, right there, yeah. So, yeah, very nice, eh? Ojasvi's magical fingers. And how to make this train move, my dear brothers and sisters? There's only one way to persuade the driver, the inner driver. We sing to him, my dear driver, please drive the train. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Almost there. One more time, brothers and sisters. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Keep singing one more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare one more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Keep singing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare I can't hear you. Come on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna One more time. जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में, जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में, उसका मीत कन्हैया. My dear brothers and sisters, जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में, if you feel dejected, rejected, you find yourself alone in a stormy night, nowhere to go. Here the poet says, don't worry. A person who has nothing else left in this world, everybody has rejected that person. Uska meet kanhaiya. Krishna is still his dearest friend. Bansi bajaiya. He's a friend that entertains you, makes you smile with his beautiful flute playing. Bansi bajaiya. Ras rachaiya. Involved in great pastimes, loving pastimes. Kali nath nathaiya. The conqueror of Kaliya demon. Raja ho ya deen bhikhari. From the king, Raja, from the deen bhikhari, the beggar on the street, powerless. Sabka tu rakhwala. You maintain everybody, my dear Krishna. You are the king of all kings. Murali Dhar Gopala, my dear Krishna, who holds the flute, who lifts the Govardhan hill, Ghana Sham Nanda Ke Lala, the dear beloved of Mother Yashoda. And the poet says, जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में, उसका मीत कन्हैया. बंसी बजैया रास रचैया. काले नाथ नथैया। राजा हो या दीन भिखारी, सबका तू रखवाला। You maintain everybody. मुरलीधर गोपाला, मुरलीधर, मुरलीधर गोपाला. And how do we attract the attention of this elusive, most mischievous person, the divine, supreme personality of Godhead? When he says, when he sees a devotee singing in great innocence, he becomes pleased. So what do we sing? Do you need the lyrics for this? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Take it away! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Second part is calling out more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Whoa! Hare Krishna. पेट पकड़ कर माता रोए, ओ, On a more sober note, the devotee here reminds us, my dear brothers and sisters, पेट पकड़कर माता रोए. When someone dies in the family, the mother cries holding her womb if she's lost a child. बाह पकड़कर भाई, the brother cries holding the shoulder of another brother. लपटी झपटी कर स्त्रियां रोए, the wife lapati chapati, smashing her bangles on the floor in a very painful way. Striya roe, the wife laments. Jab hans akela jaye, when the swan leaves this body alone. पेट पकड़ कर माता रोए, माता माता रो, पेट पकड़ कर माता रोए, बाह पकड़ कर भाई, लपटी झपटी कर स्त्रियां रोए, जब हंस Hans, the swan, Hans akela jai re, jai, akela, alone. That's why spiritual life is also very serious. You have to reflect. From the rising of the sun, the setting, one day is gone, my dear brothers and sisters. अंतकाल जब आएगा, सब छोड़ चला जाएगा, फिर काहे करता तू मेरा, अंत में पछताएगा. At the time of death, you must leave everything behind. So therefore, why do you bicker on small pennies? There's only one eternal thing that will guide you through the realms of the universe with love, with all sincerity and honesty when you sing. What is that? I'm sure you don't need no lyrics for this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Keep singing, go! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, one more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Bola. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare But the mood is being grateful for the little things, each breath. Thank you, my Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare I want to share something very, very personal with all of you today. May 1st, I turned 40. There's more to the story. Born in a Vaishnava family, grew up. By the age of 9, I knew the whole Bhagavad Gita, 800 shlokas by heart. Growing up with the philosophy, sometimes when you know the philosophy, there is a very subtle sense of arrogance that surrounds you. Because you've learned, you've memorized something from a book. Then you walk with a certain certainty, invested by the gods above. Then something very unexpected happened. Every Janmashtami I sing 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours. The last 7 years, 8 years, every Janmashtami I'm in DC, ISKCON. Then when I turned 30, every Janmashtami I would have a beautiful same prayer, just like we all try. A special day, Krishna's birthday, to have a sincere prayer that day. So, my favorite prayer was always Nadhanam, Najanam, Nasundarim, Kavitam va Jagadisha Kamaye, Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatar Bhakti Rahitagi Toi. I thought this was a beautiful prayer. To have that mood, and it relieves you from the hankering, from the lamentation, the pressure that you put on yourself to weigh up success based on how well you've done professionally, socially. So this Janmashtami was, I thought the same. I had sung for 8-9 hours. And when the curtain opened at midnight, because I also do the main Abhishek Kirtan and of course into the midnight, 12 o'clock. To my astonishment, I saw nothing on the altar but a piece of stone. Now imagine 30 years of singing. Not only it's my profession, try to understand. Indian classical, 95% of all composition in Indian classical is glorification of Krishna. Because all the great musicians 500 years ago were all Vaishnavas. The confusion that it caused me was very personal. I went through a lot of struggles because externally I could not talk to anybody. I could not express that to anybody. You feel as if you just have to keep going and pretend as if you know. But I could not unsee what I had seen. Something had changed without being provoked. Without listening to any other philosophy. It was a calling to look deeper within myself of why I am on this path. If I wanted to be a pretender, I have all the right qualities to be. I just have to grow a long beard, a bigger japamala, make sure my tilak is straight. Walk in the temple, fold my hands, carry the aroma of sincerity and say, Jai Srila Prabhupada. And I would have done very well. But the instructions of my music teacher that a deceitful heart cannot sing always remained with me from the age of 11. Spirituality is an honest conversation with yourself. So for the first time, I've never read as much as I read besides the Vaishnava books, you name it. Krishnamurti, Alan Watts, Christopher Hitchens, Osho, Sam Harris, Jordan Peterson, Russell Krauss. I find myself reading physics books, trying to understand for the first time why am I in this process. The first time I felt I knew nothing. That all my accumulated knowledge did not belong to me. They did not grow in my heart. They were borrowed words. So after a lot of heartache and confusion and being lost, in real desperation, a lack, a sense of everything taken away from what I thought I was. One day, after 7 years of this struggle, which affected many things in my life, my personal life, my everything, but I never stopped singing during this whole time. One day, I was singing just alone in the temple in New Gordon, where I live, Australia. And it was a 7:30 in the weekday. Nobody comes. It's a farm, so empty. A few pujari one goes. And one Indian lady, old lady, she had come with her son. So her son just maybe politely came to show her. She was visiting from India. So the son was not interested. He dropped her off and he went. He's walking around. So she sat next to me, maybe in her mid-70s, late 70s, very old. And I sung and she sat with me. I started singing some Hindi bhajans. I knew she would like it, so we sung. I sung like half an hour. And there was a moment where I stopped singing. I looked at her and she looked at me. And she was very emotional, with tears in eyes. She said to me, "Beta, my dear son, you're blessed." And I felt so ashamed in that moment, because I felt this whole time I've been so ungrateful for everything that I've had. But she could see that something, that I was in some way unconditionally blessed by either the Vaishnavas or the Supreme Lord somehow. So I told her, I said, "Mataji, I don't know anymore what is real, what is not real. I just try to sing and try to see how I can experience something more true to me." And she said, "Beta, even if you let go of Krishna, Krishna will never let go of you." And that was a bringing back phase in my life. I had ventured off to material rationalism, to explanations of scientific approach from physics, evolution, so many explanations of why we're here. Basically, we're all trying to figure out the same thing. What the hell is going on? In that moment, something again shifted. Just like when I turned 30, something shifted. This shifted back. Incredible. And maybe perhaps I was looking for that one conversation, a real conversation to happen between two devotees in honesty. It's not something that I have not heard before. In Vrindavan they say if you take one step towards Krishna, Krishna takes 100 steps towards you. We grew up with this. But this was said from a very mature, realized, not just age-wise, but one who has seen life. And the way she said it, the gravity in her voice. So I cannot say I'm certain with anything. But I know one thing, my dear brothers and sisters. After reading all these beautiful, by the way, they're beautiful presentations from a scientific perspective, from an evolution perspective. I know most of you don't perhaps like Richard Dawkinson. I think he's a very intelligent person. He is the best that the evolution theory argument can offer. When the recent AI was asked, which is the most interesting book you've read, Artificial Intelligence, said, The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins. So let's not discredit them for who they are. They have a beautiful role to play to show you one side of an explanation. But with all words and theoretical experiences and experiments, we know that they can only take us to one place. After that, science does not know where thoughts come from, where consciousness arises. When they break down atoms below, they also don't know what is that. They know, okay, protons, neutrons, electrons, but what are they made of? Beyond that, they don't know. So one thing, let's all admit, we don't know. So therefore, we come to our personal experiences. This is the best way. If you debate with yourself, most of the time logic will always win. Because logic sets the definition of what real is. This is real. Once that definition is set, you cannot defeat that because this is real. But the real debate is, what is the definition of reality? That's where the real debate is. And once you explore that, the consciousness through meditation, through chanting, and through honesty, it's very important to be honest with yourselves. Where you are with your material desires. To see yourself for what you are. Then a real prayer can arise. My dear Krishna, here I am. You have to accept me, no other way to go. Look, see, my dear Krishna, here I am, about to open the curtain. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai Ge! So today I felt I don't usually speak, I never speak, I don't give classes. But when I was singing, just we singing, I'm listening to his voice, you're singing. I remembered how, after a long time, I remember how it feels when your heart is in love and surrendered. So thank you, I wanted to say that. Thank you, that was beautiful. Thank you so much to all of you. And I wanted to share this personal story, so perhaps in some ways, if you're having some struggles in your spiritual life and you have nowhere to go, it is very important to give each other courage and give each other that opportunity to express our deepest fears and insecurities. That is a true meaning of a community. Not to deject, not to judge, outcast, ostracize, judge, demean. And if we can do that, then perhaps we have a chance to understand what love is, if we can love our brothers and sisters around us. To me, that is, I've come down to the bare necessities now. I have to build again. I have to build one block at a time if I have any chance to understand Radha Krishna Nahi Anno Gorango. So, thank you so much for listening. I pray the Supreme Lord that He gives us the intelligence, the love, the determination in the darkest nights to always remember there is a sunrise in the morning, and to give us that spiritual hope so that we can never just lose taste. So, well, I suppose I'll do one more melody. Do you want to hear one more melody? Okay.
वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभयश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो Namaha.
Thinking of all the Vaishnavas who have given so much service since the 60s, dedicating, sacrificing their youth, their families. Let's recognize them symbolically together and sing this as an offering for all the sacrifice that our brothers and sisters have done for us to have this beautiful facility. Together?
वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभयश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव भयेव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
By the grace of the Vaishnavas, if somebody even just gives you his blessing through his intention, is very powerful. Never hurt another living entity. When another living entity feels pain in their heart because of it carries a very inauspicious energy. Always try to be reasonable. Always try to be understanding. Always try to be kind. And maybe then we can understand and sing.
Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Radha Kant Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Nitai Gaur Premanande Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Nitai Gaur Premanande Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. In the mood of Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare This time when you sing, I want you to think of Bhakti Charu Swami. This melody always reminds me of Maharaj with this beautiful, the way Maharaj pronounced things was so beautiful. Everything he said. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So beautiful, we miss him. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. For Bhakti Charu Swami ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, one more time with all your heart. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Lord Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Sending my special love to Venugopal Prabhu in Australia, who passed away of cancer. When I went to see him, he used to call me Babaji. So he's laying in the bed, bag of bones, very sad, but his eyes and his face was shining, complete, as if the face did not belong to the body. Through his eyes, through his spirit, I could see he was already free. And I said, Venugopal, what do you want me to sing for you? What is your favorite? I never asked you, what is your favorite melody? And then he said this one, so I sung for him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare-rama, Hare-rama, Rama-rama, Hare-hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare-hare, Hare-rama, like the middle part. So one more time. Hari Bhakti, one more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, first he was with his eyes open, smiling, nodding, and slowly when I came, I sung this part a few more times and he was smiling. Then he closed his eyes. The mood changed. He became sober, as if he was entering a meditation. So I also became slower. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. चिंतामणि प्रकर सद्म सुकल्प वृक्ष चिंतामणि प्रकर सद्म सुकल्प वृक्ष लक्षावृतेश सुरभिरभिपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मी सहस्र सतसंभ्रम सेव्यमानम. Govindam Adi Purusham, we'll sing together. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venu अनंतमर वृंदललायताक्षं वरहाव्रतं समसितं बुधसुन्दरङ्गम् कण्डा प्रकोटि कमनीयभिशेषशोभा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अंगानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयान्ति चिरं जगान्ति आनन्दचिन्मसद् उज्ज्वलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिअनन्तरूपम् आद्यापुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनांश्च वेदेषु अवदुर्लभमात्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसन्वल्यमाल्यवंशी रत्नागदं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासम् श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियताप्रकाशम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि पान्थास्तु कोटिसद्वत्सरः सम्प्रगम्यो. My dear Krishna, if I were to construct a plane that could fly faster than thought itself, and if I were to pierce the skies for millions of years, I still could not reach your abode in my own accord. So then how is the inconceivable conceived? When a devotee in love recites his name, then this vast ocean of misery, which seems impossible to cross, becomes as easy to cross as if a little child hops over a little puddle of water during the rainy season. My dear Govinda, पार्थास्तु कोटिसद्वत्सरसम्प्रगम्यो वायोरथापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवान् सोऽप्यत्सि यत्प्रपदिस्यन्नि अभिचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Thank you so much. Thank you. A special thank you for Ajay and Ojasvi for assisting me, and of course Mataji and Kartal. I don't know your names, I'm sorry. Please give a big Hari Bol for everybody, including yourself. Hari Bol! and I'm singing again from 7 to 8, and this I've done so we can chant and respond, sing together. 7 to 8 today will be my, of course, last. So today, 7 to 8 will be pastimes. I'm going to tell you 2 special stories. So if you want to stick around, I'll see you then. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dragi Bhakte, thank you very much. Hari Bhakti Day, Prabhu. We would like to thank you for your beautiful voice, sincere heart, and expert playing. We hope that you will come again, and we can. And thank you for bringing us closer to Krishna. Tiste vrčinama ste razumeli, verjetno ni treba ponoviti, ampak mogoče zahvalila sem se mu za to, da nas je popeljal bliže Krišni s svojim iskrenim srcem, lepim glasom in s takim strokovnim igranjem veščim. V slušalke, tisti, ki ste imeli prevode, prosim vrnite Dojal Čandri Prabhuju. Zdaj pa še nekaj obvestil. Najprej imamo šrada obred. Preminil je oče Ivana Černeliča, to je Bhakta Ian, ki tudi sponzorira današnjo vegetarijansko pojedino in nas ob tej priložnosti naproša za blagoslove za njegovo nadaljnjo duhovno pot. Torej, dragi Šri Panča Tatva, Šrila Prabhupada in vsi ačarje, ponižno se vam priklanjamo. Ob tej priložnosti vas prosimo, da naklonite svojo brezvzročno milost duši, ki smo jo v tem življenju poznali kot Ivan Černelč, oče Bhakte Iana. Naj ta duša končno dobi vaše zavetje, ki je v razburkanem oceanu življenja edino stanovitno in izpolnjujoče. Naj na svoji poti, ki je ne poznamo, stopi v smer svoje izvorne ljubezni do vas, samo izpolnitve. Prosimo vas, odpustite ji vse napake in jo vodite nazaj v njen izvorni dom. Hvala vam za uslišanje naših molitev. In zdaj bomo Hare Krišna Mahamantro. Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Življenje je prihajanje in odhajanje, ampak tudi spominjanje. Danes je tudi sosponzoriran nasladica na današnji vegetarijanski pogostitvi. Maja Štebih nas ponižno prosi za duhovne blagoslove ob njenem rojstnem dnevu. Haribol! Tako da še za njo. Hare Krišna!
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,